Man who fled BC more than a decade ago to evade a multi-million-dollar judgment against him has now turned up in the U.S. And our Jason Proctor has been following this story. So, Jason, who is this man and how did authorities find him?
Well, his name is Jesse Zhu, and he's actually been in jail in California for 2 years. And he's in the headlines right now, though, because of this discovery last weekend in Las Vegas of this home that he owns where, Las Vegas authorities say they uncovered a suspected biological laboratory, this locked garage in this house, again, owned by Jesse Zhu, that is full of sort of vials of strange kind of material, biological material that they're testing. Now, what's interesting is he was arrested a couple of years ago in California after the discovery of a similar lab in that city, and he's now actually facing charges of selling adulterated COVID test kits. It's kind of a complicated case, but the thing is, he and his name are familiar to people in BC, and particularly in the BC courts, because he was at the center of this strange case more than a decade ago that saw one of the biggest judgments awarded in BC history.
Wow, okay, so what was he actually wanted for in BC?
Well, he was actually wanted for civil contempt of court, and that's after this lengthy court battle that saw judgments ultimately coming to about $270 million against him. And again, it all comes back to science and his sort of scientific interest, because he ran a group of companies here who were ultimately accused in civil court of conspiring to steal very lucrative technology that was able basically to separate sexes out of bull semen, which is a massively lucrative market, as you can imagine, because you can predict what type of cow or bull your cow will give birth to. Okay. And so he was accused of taking this technology, retrofitting it, selling it in China, and trying to essentially put this giant U.S. firm out of business with regards to that. And he ignored, a judgment. He was found in contempt of court, and then he vanished from BC, and he turns up at the center of this. So certainly tons of questions swirling in the States around him, and questions in BC also around this judgment, that still sort of remains outstanding.
Right, and questions around, the number of biolabs that are around that people don't really know about. Just a fascinating story.
It's very unusual.
Yes, okay, all right. If you want to read more, you can see Jason's story on our website, cbc.ca/BC. Thank you for that,
Thank you.
Jason Proctor.